Today we're working on a 2007 Kia Rondo, and we've got a cylinder 4 misfire detected. And what we're going to do is we're going to check and see what the possibilities are for that misfire. First thing we're going to do is we're going to try swapping plugs between cylinder 4 and cylinder 6 and see if that changes or moves the misfire. And that would indicate that we would have a bad spark plug. So we're going to go ahead and do that first and see what happens. We'll erase the code, take it for a drive, and see if it moves to a different cylinder when we switch plugs. So we'll do that and we'll be right back. One of the first things we need to do is determine which cylinder is number 4 on the misfire. This firing order on different manufacturers is different. First thing I'm going to do is pull off the engine cover. What we're working on is a V6. It's 24 valve, 2.7 liter engine, and I'm going to pop that cover off and get started on it. There's 4 bolts holding it on. Now on this Kia, number 2 cylinders right here, number 4 cylinders here, and number 6 cylinders here, and then underneath this air intake plenum on the back side, which is a lot harder to get at, you have to take off the plenum to get at it. There's number 1, number 3, and number 5. So that's the firing order setup on this engine, or that's where the cylinder numbers are located at: 1, 3, and 5, 2, 4, and 6. So we're going to start with we're going to take out the spark plug on cylinder number 4, and we're going to switch it to cylinder number 6 and put number 6 and number 4. And if our miss moves to cylinder number 6, and we know we've got a bad spark plug. If it doesn't, we'll have to try other troubleshooting to figure out what we have. Take out these coils. What we have is coil-on plugs on these as well. There's an individual coil on top of each plug, and they're 10 millimeter head on the on those, and buzz those off. And you've got a release on the side here that you squeeze down. You can pull those off. And these are what the coils look like, coil-on plug. And the other thing I'm going to do, so I don't get these coils mixed up, is label them. This one here will be number 4. This one here will be number 6. We're going to take them out and get them mixed up and get them back where they belong. Spark plugs are way down in the bore of the cylinder head there, so you're going to have a long extension to get down to them. These spark plugs are down there a ways. These are spark plug inserters. This is a Mac tool that we've got. And Mac and Snap-on make these, but they go over the spark plug and allow you to get a hold of them. And it's for insertion and also for taking them out. Helps hold them. Very handy tool to have. Some of the other possibilities we can look at as far as a problem with this engine is these coils could be bad. We could have a bad coil. We could have a bad injector. Your injectors are up here. We're starting with the simpler things first to kind of rule out the simple stuff and then work on it from there. put our coils back on, and we'll take it for a drive. We'll erase the code, take it for a drive, and see if our problem moves. That's it for now. We'll come back after our test drive and see where we're at. Okay, we erased the code and took it for a test drive, and we came back with the same cylinder 4 misfire. So what we're going to do now is switch coils from cylinder 4 to cylinder 6 and see if our miss then moves to cylinder 6 from cylinder 4, and go from there. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, and we'll be back with you. We're going to switch coil 4 with coil 6 and see if our miss on cylinder 4 moves to cylinder 6. Then what we're going to do is erase the code that we currently have, and we'll take it for a drive and see if our misfire goes to cylinder 6. So we'll do that, and we'll be back with you. Ready? Okay, we're on a test drive, and we still have a miss. We can hear it when it's idling, and there the check engine light started flashing after we erased the code. And we'll kick it down here and see if we can get get our code to come up on the reader. Yeah, there it is. Cylinder 6. So the misfire has moved from cylinder 4 to cylinder 6, which indicates that we have a bad coil. So we'll head back to the shop and get a new coil and try to put that on and see if that takes care of it. And we'll be back at you in a bit. Okay, we're going to remove coil 4 that was in the number 6 spot, which is a bad one. And we're going to pop a new coil in and see if that takes care of our problem. We'll erase the code, and we'll take it for a test drive and see if that fixes our problem. Alright, we're taking it for a test drive. We've replaced the coil on number 6 plug. We erased the codes, and we're test driving it. So we're going to see if our code comes back. Things running a lot smoother, better power. I believe we've taken care of the issue, but I'm going to drive it here a little ways to make sure. Some of the other problems that you could have if you don't have a bad coil and you still have your miss, you could have a bad injector. You could have an injector that's getting clogged. Sometimes an injector cleaner can help take care of that. Sometimes you have to take the injectors off to clean them. Injectors could possibly be swapped from hole to hole. If you want to see if, do the same thing like we did with the spark plug, swap holes on the injectors and see if the miss moves. If it does, then you've got a bad injector. You can also have mechanical problems inside the combustion chamber. It could be a burn valve, or valves not opening properly, or a problem with the piston rings. Some of those could be possible problems too. In this case, it looks like we just had a bad coil, and I can put the problem to rest. And I see up here there's no codes coming back, so problem solved.